Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen yet. My name is Trent. I'm here with my wife, Betsy.
There's movies I haven't seen.
It's true. That's the whole reason for the podcast.
Indeed.
Yeah. Today, we're going to do another Oscar movie, Betsy.
At least potential.
Potential. I mean, it's getting a little bit of buzz, but...
It's also getting mixed buzz.
Yeah, but hey, his last movie was also nominated for an Oscar, so...
The last two, I think.
Last two?
Vice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the movie. We're going to watch Don't Look Up today.
That's right.
Directed by Adam McKay. We have seen pretty much all of Adam McKay's movies to this point.
I think so.
I think so. Maybe there's one of those comedies that I haven't seen yet. Probably. But he's gotten kind of into, like, comedic political movies.
A little
and that's
bit.
what
Satire.
This is. Yeah. It's satire, it's political, it's
weird.
It's just his style.
Yep.
He's creating his own genre of film.
To mixed results at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last one he put out was Vice, which got nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture.
I think so.
It was. It
Yeah.
totally was. I saw that. We saw that. And I enjoyed it. I liked it.
But it was kind of reinventing what he had done with The Big Short.
Yeah.
So kind of similar approach to things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not everyone's cup of tea. I don't know if this movie is, cut from the same cloth in the delivery, like the setup and delivery.
His stuff is like very, very biting satire.
Yeah.
It's like taking this thing that he totally believes in and shoving it down your throat in a comedic way.
But also explaining complicated things in a way that is easy to digest.
And that's what happened in The Big Short.
Yeah.
The Big Short was about the 2008 financial crisis. And if I already put you to sleep, he made a pretty good explainer through that movie. If you want to know more about it and be entertained, watch that movie.
Right. The problem he's had is he's trying to do it again and again, and it doesn't always work. So I've been hearing with this particular movie, this is about climate change. Well, it's a metaphor for climate change, excuse me.
Yeah.
It's actually about like an asteroid or something coming towards the Earth.
Right.
So imminent doom.
Right.
But it is a metaphor for climate change.
A giant metaphor.
A giant metaphor. And I don't know if it's taking the same approach where it kind of breaks the fourth wall a little bit and explains things to us, or if it's straight satire from their perspective, from all these characters' perspectives.
I can't imagine they're going to do anything like The Big Short because they're not actually talking about climate change.
No, but he even did it a little bit in Vice. Like, there's a weird scene where they do, like, Shakespearean dialogue that just is completely out of place with the rest of the movie.
Yes.
So I'm expecting some of that. I am also expecting to see every actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of heavy hitters here.
The heaviest of hitters.
Yeah.
Several Academy Award winners and several nominees.
We got Leo. We got Meryl. We got Jonah.
You've got Timothy Chalamet.
Yep.
Jennifer Lawrence. Kate Blanchett is in this.
Yep.
Ariana Grande shows up for some reason.
Sure.
Maybe not quite the same league, but she is very famous in her own world.
Yep.
I know there's a bunch more that I'm forgetting. But yeah, that's just like the main roster.
Right.
Which suggests to me there's probably 20 other people who I definitely know from other things. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious how some of these performances will take off. Because, with Leonardo DiCaprio, he's capable of doing comedy. But again, it's just like, how does he approach it? Is he doing this as a comedy or is he doing this as a drama?
And I don't know what to really expect going into this other than Adam McKay sitting you down and beating you over the head with his opinions. And basically calling his audience and the people who don't get on his side fucking morons. Now, for the most part, Betsy and I are on his side when it comes to political stuff. Us sitting here doing this podcast will not solve global warming.
No.
He doing his big budget movie on Netflix about global warming will not solve global warming.
No.
But him doing this is his way of doing something. Even if it's, berating the people who are not paying attention or the people who are denying it and all this other stuff. So we're not here to talk politics. We're not here to talk about global warming.
Talking about Adam McKay.
We're here to talk about the movie. So if you're looking for a political podcast, go somewhere else.
I'm sure we'll touch on some things in this movie once we've seen it.
We will.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about the beats. I don't know who anybody is playing except for Meryl. Yeah. I know she plays the president.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming there's some scientists, some journalists.
Yeah.
Probably some conspiracy nuts. Mm-hmm. And the like. The kind of people you find in a movie like this.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a big adventure as to stopping the meteor? Maybe. Are they going to be successful? Probably not.
Probably not.
I feel like this is the kind of movie that's going to end with the world ending.
Yeah, this is going to be a downer.
So to speak. Maybe a hilarious downer. Sometimes you can have a movie that ends traumatically but is funny.
Yeah.
It's a weird
I don't know if
emotional stretch. But
I don't know if we've brought this up on this podcast, but if you're looking for a movie kind of like what we just said, where it's an entertaining movie but it ends on a downer, go watch Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It's hilarious, but also I bawl like a baby.
Yeah.
Every single time I think I'll make it to the end of this movie, I do not make it to the end of the movie. By the end, somewhere along the way, if not multiple times, I have been crying.
Yes.
So yes, talking about end of the world type movies.
And I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it's not a dystopian trope, but I like dystopian movies. I like movies where they're tackling an issue that is like gigantic and world changing and world ending in some cases. So
we'll see where this one lands.
Well, I'm really curious to see how this one lands. And I believe that we're probably going to come down on the same side as where he's trying to get to. But is he going to do it in a way that is, let's just say, not dickish?
Will he stick the landing a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go watch Don't Look Up. We'll be right back. And we are back. So, Betsy, what did you think of that one?
I found that a little bit infuriating. That being said, I think I found it thus because it's really smart and on the nose.
It's supposed to make you feel like that.
Yeah, so that says to me, he did good, I just hate it. Like, if you notice,
hate how accurate it is.
Right, exactly. Like, if you notice, I wasn't laughing very much.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh hardly at all. The stuff I laughed at was really stupid.
Yeah, I laughed at the ridiculous stuff. I laughed more than you did.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that says to me that, unfortunately, this was really well done because it's very on the nose. Mm-hmm. But because of the content here, and again, it's a made-up situation, it's a comet heading towards the planet.
Yeah.
It's how people would react in the modern era that we live in, and it was painful because it was right.
The whole movie
it feels so right.
It's a commentary on where we are as a society, as a culture,
with technology
and
media.
Entertainment, the media. And I'll say this right off the bat. I do not like when people just use quote unquote the media as a pejorative. Uh-huh. I don't like that.
No, because it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Because the people who say it are the media.
Media is everything. It is everything that you see, everything that you consume. Whatever you want to call it is the media. So if you're going to be blaming quote unquote the media, you're looking at yourself.
Yeah. And they show that here because they have lots of supercuts of like people posting videos and live streaming and conspiracy websites.
Yeah.
And
Adam McKay loves that stuff.
And they have the, fun morning show talk show hosts, but then they have what's clearly supposed to be like right-wing media type people.
Yeah.
And yeah, they cover all the bases. And every crazy thing that you could think would come out of this situation is uttered in this movie.
Pretty damn close.
Pretty damn close. And yeah, I don't know if it's because so many of the leads are just deadly serious. Like they are trying to get a message across. The scientists are trying to science you, and you are not listening to what they are saying.
They don't want to listen.
But they don't want to listen. And they're just like, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence are serious this whole movie. I don't think they were having very much fun in this movie. That's my interpretation. And like, I've heard some things about how Jennifer Lawrence said Jonah Hill was really difficult to work with in this movie. I haven't read into that. My assumption is it's because he was in character being a dick, because he is a dick in this movie.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh God, there's so much to unpack. There's so much.
And it's like you said, it is very jam-packed.
Yes.
With all sorts of stuff. It is, down to a minute level of, what's happening in the rest of the world that doesn't know what's happening.
Right. This is very America-centric.
It is very America-centric. There are some bits and pieces of international stuff in here, but yeah, you've got the American government, you've got big business, you have media companies, you've got the science community and the education community at all.
You've billionaires at the space program.
So we've got all of these things coming together with their own kind of solutions to...
Everyone has their own agenda.
Everybody has their own agenda. Everybody has a stake.
Yeah.
Everybody has a stake
There's
in this.
There's an angle for every single person in this movie.
The president wants to use this as a political opportunity because she is currently down in the polls and going through some problems.
She didn't. She wasn't going to do anything. She says, well, let's just wait. Let's just wait it out.
It's like, I need this. I need this to deal with another hole in the head.
Right. We hear end of the world people come in here all the time. Do you know how many of these I've had to deal with this year?
Right.
And then a few weeks later, it's the midterms, there's a scandal, and now she needs to pivot. Now it is convenient for her to do this.
Distraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And...
before we move on from that point, it just, like, when you see something like that, a regular person looks at that, and it's like the whole crying wolf thing, in that if there's a politician up there trying to sound an alarm about whatever it happens to be, whether it's important or real or not. If a regular ass person sees that and they discount it, they choose not to believe it because of who it is, they didn't vote for him, whatever. And I'm just talking in real life.
Abstractly in real life.
Abstractly in real life. So if this politician is sounding an alarm about this thing, you can just choose not to believe them because of XYZ. It could be the most deadly serious thing in the world, like a pandemic, but everything is put through the prism of politics.
Mm-hmm. Everything is political, guys.
Everything.
To say,
everything.
Don't politicize it. Sorry, literally everything can be and will be and is politicized.
And that's why...
Which is why I'm infuriated.
Sure. And which is why at those moments, you don't want to hear from a politician.
No.
You want to hear from someone who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about and have all the politicians go the fuck away.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a whole lot of that in this movie. Mm-hmm. It also demonstrates how big money can persuade the politicians. So the president is Meryl Streep, and her highest level donor is Mark Rylance, who's like a Steve Jobs.
He is his company is a combination of Google, Apple, Tesla with that fucking asshole.
All the guys.
Elon Musk.
He is all of them.
He's the dude from Twitter, Jack, what's his name?
Jack Butthead.
Right. He is a combination of all of these people. and he is the top donor, so he gets free access to the Situation Room and everything because he's a top donor. And he can literally pull the president out of that meeting to propose something.
Yep. To completely change her mind. So she wasn't going to do anything. She finally decides at the midterms to put her full weight behind this because it'll help her. And they have a hero astronaut who's going to go up there, and it's Ron Perlman.
Thank you, Ron Perlman.
Saying a bunch of racist shit that's really uncomfortable. And then at the last minute, he's in the air with all the rockets. And the rich guy pulls her aside and says, do you know how much money we could make off of this comet? And they turn the ship around. They literally stop a multi-million-dollar operation.
Billion.
Because they could make, quote, $142 trillion.
Yeah.
From materials the comet is made of.
And we have this whole plan. We've worked it all out. We haven't shown it to anybody else, but we've got this whole plan worked out where we're going to put a bunch of robots on the comet, break it up into 8 different pieces.
Simultaneous explosions.
And all of these drones are going to just pick up the pieces and then drop them in the United States waters so that we can recover them. And guess what? We're the richest country in the world. Fuck everybody else.
Except, no, Trent. We'll solve world hunger and everything will be prosperous and we'll go into a new golden age.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
No, it is about making rich people richer. It is about increasing stock pricing, and anybody who happens to be a stockholder, they're going to get filthy rich, and then, we'll trickle down to the little people. It'll just make everything better by having us be very, very rich.
It's not how it works, kids. It's not
but
how it works.
But it is how it works. That's the problem.
Yeah, so there's that whole thing. There's Kate Blanchett, she's even newscaster. She's the host of a talk show, a daytime talk show.
This is a morning show. This is an exact replica of Morning Joe.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Morning Joe?
I am familiar with Morning Joe.
Okay, so for those of you who are not, Morning Joe is a morning talk show. It's a political show on MSNBC. It is with Joe Scarborough, the name of the show. Joe Scarborough is a former Republican congressman from Florida, and Mika Brzezinski. Mika Brzezinski is represented here by Kate Blanchett's character, almost down to the clothing that she wears and her backstory. She is the daughter of a very famous and rich man.
Okay, I didn't get that reference. Because, she goes on about how she comes from, stupid money.
Yes.
Stupid money. She's got 2 masters. She speaks 4 languages.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant human being, and she hosts a morning TV show.
Exactly. And she's married to Joe Scarborough.
Yes. In this movie, she is not married to Tyler Perry.
No, but they are in a relationship of some kind.
Her and Tyler Perry?
Yes.
Why?
Well, they mentioned it a couple of different times. So number one, he said at one point, "Oh yeah, you're going to be in my hot tub later on today."
I read that as they're weird and flirty on TV, the way that Mika and Joe were before everybody found out they were dating.
Sure. Fine.
That was a whole thing.
I just assumed in this movie they were just together and they have an open relationship.
No, they're so over the top with the whole, we just like to have fun and we like to make it light. Nobody wants any bad news on television. Ha ha ha. She looks so plastic in this movie. The makeup for her, I will give you props. It's real good. She's got giant fake teeth. She's way too tan. She's way too blonde. Her skin looks just completely pulled as tight as you could possibly pull it without actually doing surgery.
Also a commentary on Mika Brzezinski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like that. And then Mark Rylance also has weird fake teeth.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 that were the most distracting. Because their teeth are white.
Yeah.
With a hua, they're so white. And Leonardo DiCaprio has an affair with the news lady.
Right. He's being corrupted by this machine that is just churning out crap.
Yeah.
And he becomes a part of it.
Yes, he's the sexy astronomer.
He becomes the meme. He becomes the guy who they call in to talk about the comet. What's in the news today? The comet's in the news. Let's have the doctor on. And he can be on for 5 minutes and then be off.
Mm-hmm. The sexy doctor that we
he just
all love.
becomes another part of the machine that just churns all this bullshit out.
Yep. And until he finally snaps.
Exactly.
Because he comes to his senses, but it's all too late.
Right.
Oh, God. And there's so many more things. Like, Jonah Hill is the chief of staff, who is also the president's son.
Uh-huh.
He is a dipshit. He is an asshole. And he just torments Jennifer Lawrence's character because he knows he can. Like, he has them... They basically go to the president, tell her that this comet is coming, and they say, oh, it's classified information. So they leak it to the press. So the president then sends the FBI after them once she's changed her mind. But he specifically requests that the FBI black bag her and take her to the White House. They don't do that. He specifically asked her to. At one point, he locks her in a room and says, if you need to go to the bathroom, we'll put down some newspaper with some Febreze.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, oh, hey, did you want to come with? And then slams the door in her face. Like, what is that whole thing? What is that? Is it just to demonstrate what an asshole this guy is?
He really is an asshole. And
Only to her.
Well, no, he's just a prick in general. So... You know, his whole thing is, he's the chief of staff. He's like second in command as far as power. The chief of staff is extremely powerful as an individual in the White House. If you did not know.
Well, and this is, and they have a lot of commentary here too about how this president hires their friends and people woefully unqualified, like the head of NASA, who's a former anesthesiologist.
Yeah, and a big donor.
Yep. There's a thread here, guys.
The heads of agencies often get very cushy gigs because they were big donors.
Yeah,
Same thing with ambassadorships and all this other stuff.
Yeah, the guy she's nominated for the Supreme Court is some cowboy without a law degree who's never done anything related to law, who used to do nude modeling at schools, and he's like a trash human being. Yeah. And he gets through. Yeah, they show it.
He gets confirmed in the chaos of what's happening.
Yep.
Again,
they
distraction away from what's happening.
Guys, pay attention to what people are doing, not what they're saying, what they're doing.
Thank you, Rich O'Maddow.
This is what's important. Trent.
And if I'm coming off as like kind of glib about this whole thing, I am a student of politics. I follow this stuff. I haven't much lately because I've gotten burnt out, but this is kind of my thing. Now, just full disclosure here, I'm a registered independent. I don't go along, and I believe Anna McKay is as well, just to clear the air here. I don't go along with party politics. I think everything is bullshit. I'm as cynical as they come, but there are some things that get me out of bed in the morning, so hey, that's my bag.
There you go.
So... When I'm talking about this stuff, it's not that I don't care. It's just, that's just the way it is. And, me sitting here in this room with my wife doing a podcast isn't going to really do much.
No.
But, yeah.
We are not affecting change by sitting here talking about it.
Not at all. But, hey, if we can try to inform people about anything, it is probably going to be the fact that this is really how it is. There are fucking morons who sometimes go to work in very, very powerful positions and can affect change.
Oh, no, there's the line in here that Jennifer Lawrence says, the truth is far more disappointing because these people are so dumb. They're too dumb to be as evil as you give them credit for.
Yeah, like all these conspiracy theorists about, there's like a shadow government. No, there's not. There's barely a regular government.
No, there's not. And, there's a lot of touches in here about finely tuned images and controlling the message and things like that. So a couple of things I picked up on with like Meryl Streep's character. So first of all, she has a portrait of Richard Nixon in the Oval Office.
Along with a portrait, or along with some pictures of her and some celebrities.
And later we see her in a room with George W. Bush's official painting.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so these are the two I saw called out specifically, and the only other ones they showed were like Nancy Reagan. They showed all specific lines of people that you could tie together. And then, like, when they have the big announcement about breaking news, like, they're controlling it. Right. She's like, we're not going to tell them in advance what it is. We're going to control the message.
Yep.
And she says, I've been told by the scientists this, and that. She is so blasted with light that she's washed out. And that's not a mistake. She is an older, vain woman who is trying to look younger for the cameras. And how do you do that? You wash yourself out. Yeah. And it's like real life Photoshop, basically.
Yeah.
And it looked like a mistake, but then I thought about it. I was like, that's not a mistake. And yeah, she does this many times where she's just like, no, it's going to be fine. We have such an opportunity. There's so much money to be made. And yeah, she is also awful in this.
Oh, she is like a combination of like the worst tropes of presidents of our lifetimes, at least. Yeah, so they do this. This has got like big, like mission accomplished vibes.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
They're on an
aircraft carrier. There's like
fireworks and airplanes and big flags.
Yeah, much more of an overt thing in this movie, but not too far off. But she says here, like it's kind of intercut with them in the Oval Office talking about what they're going to do, and then her actually announcing it. Like, they're going to put together this big spending package, and the Congress has to put it through because it's the end of the world, and I'm going to get basically done everything that I want to do, and my approval ratings will go up. My party will... They never talk about parties.
Nope.
There are no parties in this whatsoever. But my party's basically going to win. And what did she say exactly? Like, may Jesus Christ bless every member of my party? Or something like that?
Something weird, yeah.
Oh my fucking
Weirdly
God.
specific.
Yes.
She says it many times, too. Like, there's one point during that same speech where, later, when they're launching, and the astronaut's up there, and she says, your president thanks you.
Yeah.
America thanks you. Your planet thanks you, and I thank you. She thanked him twice.
Yep.
Because she is the president. That's such a weird little choice.
She also like equated herself with God.
Yeah.
In that moment too.
Yeah. And they block out all the other countries from making any money off of this. And they have a secret ship, because of course they do at the 11th hour.
Yeah.
We find out there's an escape plan.
I was waiting for that to show up. It was
course.
Going to happen.
Yes. You knew that was coming.
It's a trope of movies like this.
And then she's such a piece of trash that she's like, I need to step out and use the restroom, and abandons her full-grown son. On the phone with Leonardo, and he says, oh, have fun with Jason. And she goes, Jason? Oh shit. No. She forgot her own son because he's such trash.
Yes. So let's kind of go back to like the beginning here and just kind of go through some beats. So the whole premise here is it's at Michigan State, not Michigan, Michigan State, the redheaded stepchild of Michigan colleges.
Yes, it's not one of the big schools, guys.
Yes. This I guess astronomer, PhD student, and just happens to be looking at stuff, studying things, and she finds this comet, and they go through the whole thing, and normally it's a big deal if you're going to discover a brand new comet.
Yeah, it's a big celebration. All the students
are there.
They name it after you. There. It's very exciting.
Yeah, they name it after you. That's real. That does happen.
If you find it, finders keepers, you get to name it.
You get to name it, yeah. But
Comet McComic Face.
Yes. But yeah, it's a big deal. They're celebrating, and then they start doing the coordinates for fun to see, okay, the trajectory. How close is it going to get to the Earth? Because the closer it is, the better you can observe it.
Yeah, you can take pictures, samples, all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And they find out, oh shit, this number keeps getting very, very, very small. And that means it's going to actually hit Earth.
Yep.
And they estimate how big it is, and they basically find out, yeah, this is bad.
It's the size of Mount Everest.
So we called NASA. They bring on the head of this agency, which I did not know existed.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that down. The Planetary Defense Coordination Office.
Yep.
That's a real thing that really exists.
Yes. How do you think we spend all this money, Betsy? The government spends all this money on all these agencies to basically just think shit up. Mm-hmm. There are...
In the scenario that
there
something
are
happens.
scenarios gamed out for everything under the sun.
Yep.
Everything under the sun. That's what we pay for in taxes. And,
Hooray!
And, you know, for the time when, you know, aliens that look like Michael Jordan come to Earth and
we'll be ready.
Try to challenge us to a basketball tournament, we'll be ready for that.
We'll be ready. We have a plan.
Yes.
There's a plan for that. We
Yes.
paid for it. God
Yes.
damn it.
God damn it. My tax dollars at work, guys. But yeah, they contact NASA. They get this other guy on the phone, and they basically tell him, yeah, this is bad.
This is real.
Bad.
This is real bad.
And the head of NASA on the call basically says, you know, let's not get too far ahead of this. This is this
can't be that.
This can't be
No.
that
We'll
bad.
get some
No.
other scientists to check it out.
We'll just being in complete denial, not wanting to like take blame for not seeing this thing.
Because again, she's an anesthesiologist, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get a meeting with a general in the White House, and there's one running joke in this movie.
Right.
So they're sitting there waiting to meet the president for 7 hours, and she is just having a day where she's, you know, embroiled with scandal because of the Supreme Court thing.
Yeah.
And so they just are being ignored, and
They're at the bottom of the list. They're not going to get in until everything else is taken care of.
Yep.
And
so the general goes to an area, a kitchenette thing, and brings them some snacks and tells them, oh, well, they charge an arm and a leg for this. It's $10 for this chips and water.
$10 a pop.
And they pay him, and then he finally has to leave because he has to go to Japan and be there at 2 a.m. And then later on, Jennifer Lawrence goes to get more snacks because they're still waiting, and she asks the woman there,
well, where do I pay for this?
Where do I pay? Oh, well, it's free.
Yeah, it's the White House.
And she's just like, are you fucking kidding me? And the rest of the movie, just
She's
periodically,
she's just outraged.
She's just thinking her thoughts, and she says, why did he do that?
He's like a 3-star general. He makes all this money. Why would he charge me for that? Is it just a power thing? What is...
Honestly, though, sometimes I think people do that just to give people the story. Because that's Bill Murray's whole racket.
Yeah.
Bill Murray fucks with people.
Yeah.
Bill Murray goes up to different humans. Like one of the stories I've heard is he walked up to somebody's table, ate a bunch of their French fries, looked him in the eye and said, no one's ever going to believe you.
No one will ever believe you.
And he walked away. But he does that shit all the time, so everybody believes it. He plays Frisbee with college kids. He shows up to people's parties.
Yep.
Like, that's just his thing.
Yeah.
So, you know what? In this context, maybe that general isn't so much an asshole. He just likes to fuck with people.
And she'll never know.
She'll never know, but she will think about him forever.
Or at least for the next 6 months and 14 days.
Yes, because that is when the comet's hitting.
Yeah, so they finally... Well, first of all, they say... Jonah Hill comes out and says, hey, sorry, guys, we're not going to be able to get to you, and we're going to put you up in a hotel. You come in tomorrow, and everything will be fine. And they said, do you understand what we're here to talk to you about? I said, yeah, it's a star you found. Yeah, whatever. We'll put you up in a hotel. Everything will be fine. So they put him up in this shitty hotel.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And I don't remember if there's anything that happens there. Is there?
Not really. No, they decide to go to the press, basically. They go to the hotel. They come back to see the president. She blows them off. They go to the press. We meet Cate Blanchett and Tyler Perry's characters.
Well, first off, they go to like the New York Times equivalent.
Yeah, the Herald.
Yeah. And they talk to him about it, and they basically get the White House / press corps kind of squabbles. Like the White House and the press corps always are fighting. No matter what, no matter who's the president, no matter who is in the press, they're always fighting because they're always asking for information that they don't want to give. Mm-hmm. And that's all they're kind of representing here. Say, oh, yeah, these guys, of course they're not going to tell you anything because of XYZ. And they said, hey, you should probably get some lawyers because you're telling us some classified information and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to know who it is.
And we're going to help you with media training.
Yeah,
and
maybe we should get you some media
clean up your
training.
Image and wear this outfit. And we're going to trim your beard. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Like, nobody ever just goes on TV. They will try to control your image for you.
Right. So yeah, they set him up with this first TV appearance on the Morning Joe equivalent
to coincide with releasing a big story in the Herald.
Right.
And the story isn't the comet. The story is the president blowing them off.
Yes.
If you're understanding that correctly.
Of course.
Nobody gives a shit about the comic. Everybody cares about the story before they go on TV, which is Ariana Grande as a pop star.
Yeah.
And she broke up with her boyfriend but gets back together with him and gets engaged on TV.
Uh-huh. And this moment is the most meta, I think. Because this shit just happens all the time. And it's not like big stars that have this happen to them. It's fucking YouTubers and TikTok stars. All of these young people who have millions of followers, more than anybody else on TV. They have all these followers, and the second anything scandalous happens to them, it immediately trends on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's what everybody's talking about for like 20 minutes, and then it'll go away.
And that's what they represent here.
And
there's a huge spike.
And for where media audiences want, they want this moment. They want these like viral moments.
Now.
To have them just go completely viral, as I keep saying, for just this moment, and they can track all this information. They can track where all of the traffic goes and the engagements go. But yeah, they'll say, oh yeah, this part was great when you showed up and started talking about it. It was much better when like Jennifer Lawrence's character cursed on air and stormed off, and everybody keeps talking about, oh, it's the hot doctor.
That's all anyone took away from that segment.
Right. They didn't listen to any of the content actually being talked about here. It was just, what memes can we pull out of this? And what memes can I make to make my post be the most viral and get the most engagement and likes and whatever the fuck else?
And while that's happening, they're also showing Leo's kids. He has like 2 like grown children at home.
Yeah.
And they have their fancy new phones, and they're like, "Oh, my phone is doing this, and there's this app and that app, and this." I got a notification. My phone downloaded a thing, and I didn't even ask it to.
No, my phone just bought this album, just bought the single from this singer that I didn't even ask it to do.
The phones have exceeded what you tell it, and it just knows now. It has so many data points, it's doing things on your behalf. And like when we're introduced to the Mark Rylance character, it's a whole thing where he's like, this phone will recognize when you're depressed and send you videos to make you happy.
Right. It's manipulating your emotions that you are feeling to try to change them into what is probably best suited for them to make money. Yeah, it's very crazy. It's crazy, this movie. And it is very cynical. This is an extremely cynical movie. Like, the opinion of Adam McKay is that we're all fucked. You cannot have any other opinion about it. It just is.
Watching this movie?
Yeah. So he's thinking that, okay, all of these things that are just out there. And I agree with him. I agree with him that fucking Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they all track you. Amazon, everything. Everything tracks you. They try to know as much about you as humanly possible. But it's not human. This is all algorithms. And they are programmed to try to glean as much about you as they possibly can so that they can market to you, so that they can sell you things, so that they can continue on in your subscriptions to whatever services that you have.
Recommend more things to get more clicks, to get more money. Yeah, and they have so many in this movie. The guy says they have so many data points that they can predict when and how you will die.
Right.
And there's a joke that they make earlier in the movie that you do get closure on later.
Right.
But the president asks him, like, I don't want to know. I do want to know. I want to know how I will die. Don't tell me. Yeah, tell me. And he says, you're going to be eaten by a something or other.
A name of a creature we do not know what
and she says, what's that? And he says, we don't know.
Yeah.
And we find out what it is at the end of the movie.
Right.
But at the time, it's like he tells Leo that there's nothing remarkable about him. We know so much about you. There's nothing remarkable about you. Your death is so uninspired. The only thing I remember, you will die alone.
Right.
That's all he gave him was you will die alone.
Right.
But that's how many data points they have is they can predict your death.
Well, he was wrong.
He wasn't, well, only because he changed his own destiny.
It's true.
He only did it because he changed his own destiny.
And you know, that kind of comes back to some like philosophical and psychological things where the things that people fear the most in their life is dying alone.
Yep.
It's true. So you get confronted with that fact, quote unquote fact, from this dude, and you might want to make some changes. Because if you're going to die, do it in the best way that you can possibly do it.
Yeah. Yeah. What else can we talk about in this? So Timothée Chalamet shows up like 2/3 of the way into this movie.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much to do. He's
like a drug bum or something.
He's like this skater kid who hangs out with losers, and he meets up with Jennifer Lawrence's character while she goes and gets a job at a grocery store or a fucking liquor store.
Yeah, Drink Mo.
That's what it is, a liquor store. Yeah,
Drink Mo, Trent.
Drink Mo. So, like...
Nothing matters. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
So she hooks up with this loser dude.
Yeah, why not?
Who's secretly an evangelical, but not really.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of commentary there. But yeah, he doesn't show up until like 2/3 of the way through the movie, and then he's barely in it. But the thing that I had heard about this movie was his single line that everybody fucking loves, where he goes, "Oh, I fucking love fingerling potatoes." That's what people took away from his performance.
See,
in
and
this
that's
movie.
the thing. That's the thing that it's a commentary on this movie and what people take away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much other content, but the thing the internet grabbed onto was Timothée Chalamet talking about fingerling potatoes.
And there's probably memes about that. There's probably blog posts about that.
Because Adam McKay knows you better than you know yourselves.
People went and bought those potatoes themselves to try to do a tribute to
yeah.
Betsy.
There's the rocket launch challenge. So when they're going to shoot Ron Perlman up into the sky to save us all, they have this shot, like sequence of the rocket launch challenge where kids are taking a Roman candle and holding it to their own face and letting it go off into their face.
Yep.
Because people are fucking stupid. They're
but you know what?
Stupid.
If it gets views and clicks and whatever else, the people are going to do whatever they're going to do.
I hate that so
Everybody
much.
wants to be the next star.
Trending whatever.
Yeah.
You are not famous because you blew up your own face, guys. They will forget your name.
And you're also not going to become rich.
No.
Like, just a little aside here. We don't know him personally, but we knew who the blinking white guy was.
Yeah.
Well before he ever became a meme.
We were aware of him.
We were aware of him. His name is Drew Scanlon. He worked for a website about video games called Giant Bomb. And he just happened to be in, like, they made hundreds of these videos. They're on the screen for hours and hours at a time.
They've got 10 plus years of content.
Yeah, some person took Drew's reaction and made a GIF of it.
In the corner. He's not even the main thing.
Yeah,
He's like a little bitty corner.
This is a full 1080p a video of a live stream, and he's in a little corner of the screen, and they took a little GIF of his reaction to something that somebody else in the shot had said. It was a dirty innuendo.
Yep.
It was his reaction.
It was just a moment.
Yeah. And that thing blew up so much that he got like fucking interviewed by like Good Morning America. He's been newspapers across the country, and he doesn't make any money from that.
No, any money he does make, he actually is using for charity.
Right, and he's done this at other times as well, but he raises money to help, I think it's MS research.
Yeah.
Because he's got friends and family who have MS. And he used to call it biking, or no, the meme is blinking white guy. He created a charity called Biking White Guy. Mm-hmm. Whereas, hey, I'm going to go and bike for charity, go and donate. Hey, I'm the blinking white guy. Hi. It's me. He doesn't make any money from this at all.
No.
So why would you sticking a bottle rocket in your face, why would that make you famous and rich and important? It's not.
It makes you stupid.
It makes you fucking stupid, and people are laughing at you.
At you.
At you.
Not with you.
No.
At you.
No.
And you invited them to do so. Mm-hmm. That's weird. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Find better things to use your talents for, because I bet you have some talent, and that ain't it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be out there talking, oh, well, if Drew knew what NFTs were, he would be able to make money off of his image and blah, blah, blah. Shut your fucking face.
We're not talking about NFTs
Shut your fucking
today.
face about NFTs and crypto and all that bullshit. That's the most political shit we're going to get into here. Fuck that noise.
Moving on.
So
there's also a lot of random little sequences throughout this movie of like nature shots, like hummingbirds.
That's Adam McKay in a nutshell.
And lizards shedding their skin.
Yeah.
And beautiful whales and people just like going about their lives. Mm-hmm. But yes, you're right. There are some like Adam McKay tropes. This starts with a quote.
Yep.
This movie, the first thing we see is a quote.
It's not the first thing we see.
Okay, near the beginning.
It is near the beginning.
Before the movie gets going, we get a quote, and that is quintessential Adam McKay.
I actually wrote down in my notes, because we went through the entire first sequence without having it, I wrote down, oh, geez, no quote.
Wrong! Just delayed.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's just like a whole lot of things going on. He has like weird little nature shots. Like at the end of the movie, Leo's character has had an affair with Cate Blanchett, and his wife caught him, and he's trying to get back together with her and make up with her.
Yep.
And they just decide to have a family dinner, so they turn off the launch for this final rescue mission of Bash, the company that's going to rescue them all and blow up the comet and mine it for money and profit. They don't watch that. They sit at the table, him and his wife and his kids and his fellow doctor friend and Jennifer Lawrence and Timothy Chalamet. And they all just have a nice dinner together. And they're not watching the news and they are talking to each other and they know what's about to happen because this is the day the comet is going to hit.
Yes.
And they know that because they have tracked it down to the exact moment because science.
Yep.
They know when it's going to happen. And while the planet is being violently destroyed and their table is shaking, the entire planet is having an earthquake all at once, they're holding hands and continuing to drink their coffee and have conversation. And then they blow up horrifically. Yes. Because we knew that was going to happen. And there's this sequence, this kind of end shot where we're seeing the end credits, and there's just stuff blasted into space.
Yeah, they're chunks of like Earth and buildings and whatever else.
The impact was so violent that things were hurled 6 miles out into the atmosphere, out into space.
Yeah, it's like your city block got picked up and blown out to space.
Yep. And there's entire city blocks and cars and microphones and photographs and half a whale. And yeah, the escape pod, the ship that the president mentioned, said holds 2,000, and they're all in cryo freeze because they're all rich motherfuckers who can afford the best technology. And they go off and they're going to find the nearest terrestrial plane that's the closest to Earth. And they make it 22,000 plus years into the future. They're just out in space. And then they land. And it's this beautiful, exotic world where the oxygen levels are even higher than on Earth.
Right. And
they're all
58% of them survive, which was higher than their expectations.
Right. And they're all naked in an Eden of their own finding.
It's people like, there's like some oil barons up there.
Lobbyists.
There's lobbyists.
The president, the rich guy.
Yeah, all these fucking assholes.
The people you would expect to be able to buy their way onto this Noah's Ark of sorts.
Exactly. So they get there, everybody's naked, they come off the pods, and they're walking around, and the president is, everybody's naked, and we see the president from the back. It's not actually Meryl Streep, but she has a tramp stamp.
Because of course she does.
Of course she has a tramp stamp.
And there's these exotic alien bird-like creatures flying and ostrich-like creatures on the ground, and Meryl can't help but walk over and, oh, look at this beautiful creature, and it eats her face.
Yep.
She's immediately destroyed. And everyone's like, what is that called? And end closure of the joke. Oh, I believe that's called whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, that was kind of funny. That made me laugh. But the rest of it, the real, like, on the nose stuff, I was just like, oh, I see why people don't like this movie, because it's confronting them with truths they don't want to face.
Right. Now, that all being said, we haven't touched on the real meat of what he's trying to bring across here.
Oh, the real meat.
Right. Because, of course, this is a completely fictionalized thing based on real realities of the world and of our society. But what he's trying to say here is there's this fucking comet that is climate change that is here.
There's impending doom.
It is coming. There is a pending doom. There are things that we can do about it. There are scientists that know about it. We are choosing to not listen to them because it is an uncomfortable thing. It is very expensive. Nobody wants to do it unless there's a profit motive.
Mm-hmm. Unless we're going to make some money, why would we do anything?
Exactly. And another thing that I wrote down about the movie is, and you know what? If this final venture, this final money-making venture fails, oh well, we'll just write it off and move on and make money some other way, which is exactly what would happen if we tried to make the climate change thing into a money-making enterprise. If it fails and they don't make money at it, they don't care. Mm-hmm. They're just going to move on and try to make try to make money another way.
Yeah.
And that's why government has to be the one to foot the bill, because government is not in the business of making money. It is not a business. It is our collective money for the collective good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten that memo, guys, if you didn't take American civics in high school.
Wouldn't even need to take that. So, again, we're not trying to get political here. This seems to me like a pretty common sense kind of a thing. That's me. I'm not speaking for Betsy, of course. But yeah, the climate change connections here are pretty apparent. And
but again, you could expand it to so many other things too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's presented with any disaster, this is how we react.
Or anything that we as a society just put our head in the sand about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could list off a dozen things off the top of my head right now. I'm not going to. Mm-hmm. But you get our point here.
Yeah. Well, and they even kind of talk about the whole, like, having uncomfortable conversations comes up several times. Like with Cate Blanchett, she says, oh, I hate the getting to know you part. It's so awkward and uncomfortable. I don't like getting to know you. Yeah. She just wants to get to the fun part.
Well, also, no one would fucking like you if you describe your life.
Uh-huh. Oh, I just come from, like, so much money. Oh.
Gobs of money.
Oh, I'm so gross. Oh, silly
Fuck
me.
you.
Yeah, I hate you, like, so much.
Yeah.
Your life's really hard.
And then Leo's, his story is, oh, yeah, I grew up the son of a physics teacher or whatever.
And my mom cut hair.
My mom cut hair in the kitchen or whatever it was.
And a couple years ago, my dog died. That was a hard time.
Right.
What?
People like that don't give a shit about regular people.
No, they don't.
They can't.
Well,
they just can't.
They can afford not to.
Right.
That's the more important thing.
Exactly.
They could.
Yeah.
They sure could. They just don't want to. Like the way they react, the big response when the president has decided they're not going to pursue this, what do? They have a concert for charity. It's the final, real, last end of the world concert featuring the Ariana Grande character.
Yeah.
And here's the real meat and potatoes. Best song of the Oscars. We haven't talked about it yet, so the whole point of us watching this movie.
We'll get to the categories in a little while, but that's, I think, the last thing I want to cover here is the them turning it into a wedge issue. The revelation that you can look up and see the damn comet with your naked eye. You don't need to be a scientist. You don't need to have a telescope. You don't need to know math.
It's right there.
It's
just
right
look.
fucking there. So when that happens, it's the other side, quote unquote, saying, "Well, don't even look up. It's not there. Just put your head in the sand." And just turning that into a wedge issue to pull people apart. Like, we could be actually doing something together because this whole thing affects everybody.
Divided people are easier to rule.
What she said. Yeah.
This is by far our most political podcast, and we're not even really taking a particular side.
And I think that's the real issue, Betsy. Did we talk about hardly any kind of politicians?
No.
Other than
the ones that
people,
are abstractly
the actual
depicted,
people depicted on screen in paintings. I'm sure he's trying to say something like fucking Andrew Jackson is there with paintings of Native Americans being slaughtered.
Yeah.
Oops.
The astronaut says, all you hardworking white people down there.
Right.
And then he talks about the Indians, both kinds. You ever thought about getting together? That would be fun. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck, man.
He's being broadcast to the world, and these are the words he chooses. Yeah. So it's weird little moments throughout the whole movie.
And
like
Jonah
that.
Hill basically saying, yeah, us cool rich people and you working class against...
We need you.
We need you, fucking rubes.
Yeah, we need them because we need you, because we need you to be against them and like us.
Right.
We're the cool rich people.
Right.
You need to like us. Like, he's literally on a stage saying this, and even Meryl's like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I don't get it. I'm not following.
Right. Well, he was being very confusing, but yeah, I get where he is coming from here. But yeah, he's bad.
Yeah. Nepotism's wrong, guys. Don't do that.
That too.
If you are qualified in interview and go through the whole thing,
sure,
and leave it to other parties to decide.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's
fine.
Yeah.
But if you got the job because that's your father or
and
mother
you have no qualifications for it.
Right.
Fuck right off and die. Okay, that's too harsh, but you get my point.
No, it's not harsh. But yeah, I mean, Betsy, I didn't really look at any kind of notes here.
No,
to really talk about this movie. I kind of knew what this movie was going to be about.
Guys, the comet hits the planet and everybody dies.
Yeah.
Because we all wasted our fucking chance.
Yeah.
Because we're all fucking stupid.
Yeah, we're all stupid and distracted, and there's...
That's what he's telling us, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, people just need to pay attention to things that are actually important. Like Facebook and Instagram and all this other shit is not important. You shouldn't be spending a lot of time on it because it is just meant to take your eyeballs and show you ads and show you things that are now available for purchase. How many things have you purchased because you saw it in an ad on Instagram?
Let's all move to the woods, Trent. Let's all move to the woods.
No. No. Because I like my big TV and my computers.
You're part of the problem, Trent. You're part of the problem.
It's true. You do need to unplug sometimes.
Yes. At least walk away, guys. Take a break. Take a break.
Take a break. But yeah, let's actually take a break away from talking about the movie and talk about some Oscar categories.
Yes.
Since that's the whole reason why we watched this movie.
Well, we're still talking about the movie, but as it pertains to Oscar.
Yes. So where are you thinking here? If anything other than Best Picture?
Adam McKay has gotten nominated for Best Picture for his 2 last movies.
Yes.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that this will get nominated. This is, however, more divisive than some of his other movies. So I think this one's on the fringe.
I wouldn't call it divisive.
Okay, the reaction to it has been mixed.
Yes. From critics, yes. It's got like a 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. His other movies were similar, maybe a little bit higher. I know Vice was kind of lower on the scale.
Yeah.
The other one was actually higher. But I don't think I would really discount the fact that, this movie is an important kind of a commentary. And I think that kind of movie is important. And they've been trying to get more, the Academy has been trying to pull in.
Diversify.
Yeah, more stuff like this. Like, whether or not it has an opinion is irrelevant. It's how it's depicted and if they are successful in doing said thing.
Right.
Whether you agree with it or not.
Hollywood likes what Hollywood likes.
It does.
Because it's ultimately up to the voting academy.
It's true.
So yes, I think it's not out of the realm that it will get nominated. I think it is on the fringe, though. I don't think it's in the top tier. I would say this is going to be in the bottom half of the 10 possible nominees.
But with the caveat that it's still a pandemic year and not a lot came out this past year.
That is also true.
So you kind of have to take that into consideration as well.
Yeah.
So as far as
it forces it up the ranks a little more.
Yeah, and as far as being nominated for Best Picture, I'm going to err to the side of yes.
Okay. Do you think it's going to get any acting nominations?
No.
I think I'm with you on that. I think it's a bit of a stretch.
There's nothing special about the performances here.
Like Leo is the closest, but I wouldn't
There's
put
only
him,
one acting moment in the entire movie with him.
Right. I wouldn't put him in the Best Actor category. Nobody else. Maybe Jennifer Lawrence for supporting. Because if you, she's not a supporting actress in this. She's one of the leads. But it's the kind of thing where if you shove her in that category, maybe she'll gain some traction.
If you submit it for that, maybe.
Yeah. How many movies have we watched where the wrong person was nominated in the wrong category?
Sure.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe... because that category is, I think, kind of open-ended right now.
Same thing. There's just not a lot of movies out there with good performances.
Yeah. So I think it's probably a short list. Not Jonah Hill, not Meryl.
No.
They might try to nominate Meryl because they fuck love
that.
They will submit her name.
Fuck that.
But she would take nothing less than Best Actress, and she is, at best, a supporting actress in this movie.
Totally.
So are they going to put her in the supporting category? Is she going to take that? Or are we going to try to shove her to the front like we always do? I love Meryl, but I don't think she needs to get nominated for this movie.
No. Yeah, I like Meryl as well, but I don't think that she should just be automatically nominated for Best Picture.
Just because she showed up on
Just because it's Meryl.
Yeah. Everybody else, Mark Rylance is too weird.
Yeah.
And he's played versions of this character before.
Uh-huh. He played it better in Ready Player One.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's, again, I think, a choice because he's supposed to be a weird little weirdo with no soul in this movie. That's the whole thing. In this movie, he has no soul. In that movie, he very much does.
Sure.
So I think acting is probably out. Screenplay, maybe.
If there's anything else, it would probably be screenplay and editing.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to go Dark Horse, Best Original Song, because they have a big concert at the end.
It is an original song.
And that is an original song.
Yep.
And that's a weird category. For fuck's sake, the guys from South Park got nominated for an Academy Award.
It's true.
It is a weird category. Brett McKenzie won an Academy Award for The Muppets.
Yeah. It's a great soundtrack.
So don't discount the song from this movie. It is a weird choice. I'm not even saying it's worthy of being nominated. I'm just saying it exists, and usually
How many original songs get made for movies these days?
If it exists, it usually gets nominated. So that would be as far as I might take that.
I want to look up the lyrics of that song.
It was very literal, like, look up, you stupid motherfuckers, now it's too late and we're all gonna die.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's, I think, going to be the long and short of it. I don't think this is probably going to win anything, or if it does, it'll be one. What's been interesting the last few years as they've opened up the categories to have more things get nominated, more stuff is winning individually. Nobody ever sweeps the Academy Awards.
Yeah, there's no big sweeps anymore.
No, the most anybody wins is maybe 3.
Yeah.
3 or 4 tops.
Because you could
and it's usually the technical stuff.
That too. You could get like Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, and like none of the other big ones.
No. And even having 2 actors win for the same movie is pretty rare these days.
Oh God.
It's been quite a few years.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, that might be the last time.
Actor and supporting actor both won.
Yeah, we could look into it some more, but that's probably,
by the way, great movie.
One of the more recent times that has happened.
Yeah.
And certainly, it used to be like you'd win all 4 categories.
Right.
Like you'd have actor, actress, and supporting actor, actress, and they would all win, and the director, and best picture, and best song.
Yeah.
It all went to the same
Special
movie.
effects.
Yeah. So, you don't get a Lord of the Rings coming in and winning 14 awards or whatever.
Right.
It doesn't happen much anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, I would imagine this movie will probably get nominated and it might win one thing.
Yeah. Actually, Betsy, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Best supporting actor.
Okay.
Chris Evans.
For the 30 seconds he's on screen.
Yeah, he's
playing another actor.
He's playing an actor in the movie that they made about what hasn't happened yet.
Yep. The action blockbuster about the comet hitting the planet.
Yes.
And he looks like a douchebag.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is, folks. You heard it here first.
That's right.
Best supporting actor.
Dark horse candidate.
That's right. Shortest screen time.
Yeah.
Best winner.
All right, that's going to be the end of this one, Betsy. We did get an email here from Stephanie, because of course it's from Stephanie. We love Stephanie.
We do. But Stephanie emails us. Other people could email us too.
I would love to hear from other people. I know
you're out there.
I like reading Stephanie's stuff, but I want to hear from everybody. Come on, I know you're out there. Let's talk about Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. That is all I took away from that movie.
We still sing that fucking song. Okay. Oh, this movie. So weird, so random, so fun. I found this movie wildly entertaining. It makes very little sense, but I didn't mind it. Yeah.
I think it's going to be one that if I were to come across it on TV, I'd probably stop and watch it. And now that I know what it is and my expectations have been set, maybe I could enjoy it more the second time.
Yep.
But I was so confused.
I really didn't know what to expect going in, but it got weird very quickly.
Indeed.
It's a weird fucking movie. Yeah. Continuing. My husband and I went to a new movie in an actual theater.
Ooh.
How fancy. Nightmare Alley. It is not a horror movie, which is surprising for us. I would recommend it. Would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, that's one on our list. That's the new Guillermo del Toro movie.
Right. And that is, I don't know if it's up for Oscar recognition, but I think it'll probably get its name thrown in there because it's Guillermo del Toro, it's Bradley Cooper, it's Cate Blanchett, it's Rooney Mara. It's all the people whose names you kind of already associate with previous Academy Awards.
Sure.
So it makes sense there might be some kind of recognition along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called Nightmare Alley, but it's not a horror movie. I don't really know exactly what it is, but we'll save that for the episode when we watch it, I guess.
I mean, I would like to see it. It looks cool.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I've only ever seen just like short snippets on TV.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. Like there wasn't really a whole campaign. It was just like, here's the movie.
Right.
Bye.
And he's won before. He won for The Shape of Water.
Yep.
Which was another very weird movie. Del Toro's just, he has some weird tastes.
He is an individual, Trent. And, if you've watched, I've seen Pan's Labyrinth, and it's creepy, and it's strange, but it's also fascinating and wonderful.
The dude has an interesting life. If you're interested in just seeing someone's like kooky home, if
He
you
has
want
the kookiest home.
his house is ridiculous.
He buys everything
Yeah.
that's related to like horror and old Hollywood and weird like prosthetic
Just go on
arms
YouTube and search for Guillermo del Toro house, and you'll find he loves showing off his stuff.
He did a tour with Andy Richter for Conan's show once.
That's right. Yeah.
And it is just bizarre. And he just lives this way. There's like, you have to move a decapitated head off a chair so you can sit down and do some work.
Yeah, dude doesn't actually live in this house. He just owns it, and this is where he keeps all of his stuff.
Pretty much. When you have that kind of money, you can afford to have a stupid house full of stupid shit.
But yes, Guillermo del Toro is one of these guys where I would just love to sit down and just talk with him about movies.
Pick his brain.
Talk to him about movies in general.
Yeah. Make a pitch on the spot. I'm going to give you an idea, and you tell me how you'd execute it, where your little brain would go with it. Or I'll give you a word.
Right.
Here's your word. Paint me a picture. Mm-hmm. And he would give you something mind-boggling off the top of his head. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Because he's just one of those kinds of guys where he makes these elaborate fantasies that nobody else in the world could come up with.
Yep. He also made Blade 2.
Yes.
Underrated. Underrated movie is Blade 2.
Rated accurately, Blade 2. It is accurately rated.
Oh, God. Anyway. All right. That's the end of the show. Email us, please. All you people. And Stephanie.
She understood the assignment.
That's right. She's the only one paying attention. Her and Mitch and a couple others.
Yeah.
Yes, please email us, neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod, and support the show. Click the link in the podcast description. Throw us a buck if you want. If not, just share the episodes, share the podcast with your friends, share it on your websites and your other podcasts. Give us a shout out if you have a podcast. It happened like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it from us. My name is Trent.
My name is Betsy.
And we'll catch you next time.
I've never seen it.
Bye-bye.